The Chicago Bulls took their first loss of the season to the New York Knickerbockers. And there was a lot to be desired from this team when in regards to effort, energy, and so much more. Y'all know me and Cdub gonna talk about it, break it all down, but y'all know you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Cowboys podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog Cdub. Man, we don't get to put the Carolines on for the Chicago Bulls. We did put them on for the Bears though, but
Yep.
not for necessarily for the Bulls though.
Yeah.
But how you doing though, dog?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Tough game, man. I feel good about the Bears, not about the Bulls, but it's a tough game. You can't win them all, bro.
It is what it is. It's 82 games out of the season. We did not expect the Chicago Bulls to go 82 and no. If they
No.
did go 82 and 0, it would have been hell of a season.
Hmm.
A hell of a season. But hey, the Chicago Bulls lose to the New York Knicks 128-116 to where me personally, C-Dub, I feel like the whistle was favored in the hands of the New York Knicks, but the Chicago Bulls did not bring the energy necessary to win this basketball game. Ayo Dosunmu was not present. Billy Donovan elected to go with Javon Carter instead of Dalen Terry, which could have been. We don't know how it could have all panned out, but you called the game, brother. How you feeling about the game?
Yeah, you said it. Plain and simple. The Bulls came out flat. That's going to happen 3 to 4 times, even to good teams in this NBA. The New York Knicks were very hot from three, winded up shooting 48% from 3-point range. They had 20 of them, shot
Mhm.
42. It's hard to beat that. That's 60 points extra. The Bulls hit 17 threes. The rebounding score was pretty even. Well, the Knicks were up one, so that was pretty even. It was all in all just energy for the Chicago Bulls. Once again, 28 assists to the New York Knicks 31. It was one of those games where nothing seems to work for you, and then they wasn't getting the luck of the draw with the whistles neither. So when the refs let a particular team play hard as they want and don't do it on the other end, it's going to be a hard time for you to get a victory. Nevertheless, Bulls with their first loss of the season. We want to see how quick you guys can bounce back after a game like this, because every team gets a couple games like this throughout the season, bro.
I would agree. I think that 100% that you got to look at the Chicago Bulls and you say, "Hey, I wanted to go 6-0." But ultimately, sometimes shit just don't happen the way that you see it. With the Chicago Bulls, you look at this team and you say this team is still a team that can compete with just about anybody. You seen that the Chicago Bulls, they came out and they pretty much fought hand and nail with this team for majority of the game. You seen Josh Giddey go out there and get a triple double for the Chicago Bulls, go and get 12 rebounds and 12 assists along with over 20 points in the game. But necessarily your bench was missing a key factor in Ayo Dosunmu, and Ayo Dosunmu sat out this game with a thigh contusion. And you seen that was not an extra body that you could throw out there on a guy like Jalen Brunson, or to be able to switch on said players like Jordan Clarkson, who had himself a pretty good, I believe, third quarter.
Yeah.
And you take it for what it is, bro. It is what it is. You don't necessarily sit there and complain about it. This is the life of the NBA. It's 82 games. Nobody goes out there and go 82 and 0. Sometimes you have a team that's 72 and 10, or sometimes you have a team that's 73 and 9. But
Mhm.
that's not the state of the Chicago Bulls. So we got to chalk it up to the game. But C-Dub, what did you think about Josh Giddey's performance today? Josh Giddey, he went out there and got you the Chicago Bulls 23 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals, only had 4 turnovers on the game. What do you think about Josh Giddey's performance specifically?
Josh Giddey was terrific. Another triple double in his young career. The way he's getting downhill and finishing around the basket is really fantastic to watch. He got his own playing style. Some people like to call it awkward or a little weird, but I call it his own playing style. That's the way he plays. His 3-point shot has got significantly better. He didn't shoot as well this game, but as a season in general, he's shooting above 45%. His playmaking is, we don't even have to discuss that. He is the highest level of a playmaker. This guy is really setting up to be an all-star this season, and who knows where he can take this team with him being the floor general for us, the Chicago Bulls. He had a remarkable game. He probably could have did more, you know what I'm saying, especially defensively. But you still got to throw him kudos for the triple double in a 23, 12, and 12, bro. Come on now. Them all-star numbers, bro.
I would agree with that. Cdub, and I think that when you look at Josh Giddey, you look at this performance and say it was a good one, though you wanted a little bit more from your bench. But when you have guys like Kevin Herter going out there and getting early foul trouble in the first half, and he is looked at one of those guys that is a intricate piece to what you're trying to do. You look at it and you say, hey, this is one of those things to where you need Kevin Herter to understand what's at stake for the Chicago Bulls for this particular game. And then you look at the situation and you say, hey, there's no Ayo Sumu. And then you look at the starting lineup and you say, hey, there's no Kobe White. Because if Kobe White is in this game, you can expect Kobe White to go out there and give you 20 points. And then you can expect that Trey Jones, Trey Jones is one of those guys that is able to give you points off the bench and still help this team in a tremendous way. But it is what it is. I think that is just one of those games where you look at it and you say, this is the life of the NBA. You
Yeah.
got 82 games in the entire season, and then you say, hey, who can go out there and give me points when I necessarily need the points? Trey Jones necessarily didn't have a bad game. I think he had an absolutely a decent game
Yeah.
where he gave you 15 points. He gave you 2 rebounds, 5 assists, gave you a steal on the game, and only had 2 turnovers. So he took care of the basketball. Let's just say, for the sake of discussion, if Kobe White is in this game, he give you 18 to 22 points. That helps. And then Trey Jones is on the bench, coming off the bench, and give you those 15 points. Maybe we're talking about a different type of game here. But at the end of the day, Kobe White is not here. Ayo Dosunmu is not present.
Yeah.
And Zach Collins is out as well. And that's just what it is. But
Yeah.
with the Chicago Bulls still having to move through a schedule of the 76ers, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Cavs, and the San Antonio Spurs coming up here shortly, you still look at it and saying that the Chicago Bulls have an opportunity to go out there and do good things. But it is what it is. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, the Chicago Bulls still, beyond even with this loss, could go out and play against anybody in this league. I'm really confident in that. You just have those nights. Kevin Herter I'm really kind of disappointed. Kevin Herter with his 7 points. We needed him about 15 to 14, 15, 16, 17 points this game to supplement some of them points we was missing from Ayo Dosunmu. And if anything, this accentuates what Ayo Dosunmu means to the Chicago Bulls, bro.
Agreed.
This just tells you how important he is. Let's just hope he can hurry up and get off the bench or get off the injury report with that bruised thigh. He shouldn't be there for long. And man, when we have all our horses, and maybe we get Kobe White this week, this being the 6th game. They said it was going to be 6 games. We get reevaluated tomorrow, Monday. We'll see what happens. Maybe we have a different game on Tuesday. Maybe we see a Kobe White appearance for the first time on Tuesday.
That'd be great. I ain't gonna lie to you, but Cdub, the Chicago Bulls, even though some positives to take out of this is that the Chicago Bulls still had 7 players finish in double figures.
That's how they play.
The Chicago Bulls, a positive to take out of this game. Yes, it sucks to lose, and we don't want to lose, but you still had 7 players in the game in double figures. And if you have Kobe White on his team, me personally, I predict that this would have been 8 players in double figures,
Absolutely.
simply because I don't Kobe White, he's given us 20 points. I think that Kobe White is giving us 20 points. And when the Chicago Bulls absolutely need a basket, yeah, you look to Josh Giddey, but I think that the guy that is much capable of doing so will be Kobe White. I think that's just what it would have been. But I think that you said during the live call that it's hard to beat a team like the New York Knicks, who's a really good team, twice back in back-to-back games. It's hard to beat them twice. And I
Yeah.
think that stands true today. And it showed us what it was today. New York Knicks, they took care of everything. They took control of the foul calls. They took control of 3-point line. They forced the whistle to be in their favor at home, and they did everything that they needed to do, bro. What do you think
Yeah.
about Kobe White in his absence, and with the Chicago Bulls finishing with 7 players in double figures, along with what I just said?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting when Kobe White comes back and add to what we've done so far this season. The Bulls and seven players in double figures is just the way they play. You expect 5 to 7 to 8 players in double figures each and every game. It's just their logic of playing the game of basketball. It's going to have to play like that. Even with Kobe White, he's going to have to adjust his game and be one of those guys sharing the ball, passing up an open shot for an even better open shot. That's how this team plays. Not the open shot, the better open shot. That's how they get down. So, man, it's just going to be very exciting to see what happens with Kobe come. It's going to be this week. I'm going to predict it's going to be this week where he plays, and it's going to be interesting how Billy Donovan plays this lineup. It's going to be interesting because Trey Jones is out there, Isaac Okoro, Ayo Dosunmu, Josh Giddey. That's a lot of guards you got to rotate around, bro. A lot of players going to play a little small forward, but that guard position, it's going to be like musical chairs around this bitch. I don't know who he going to play.
I agree with you, but Cdub, I want to get into something that means a lot to me. I know typically on a winning day, we do dubs for Cdub, but we took a loss. And I want to do a segment called Be Better, bro.
Bro, be better.
Be better, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with 3 players who I absolutely should believe who should have been better to help the Chicago Bulls win the game.
Talk to me.
The first player is Montes Buzelis.
Oh, talk to me. Why Montes?
Simply because you got 14 points, 7 rebounds, you know what I'm saying? No blocks, 1 steal. Montes Buzelis, I want you to be better, bro, simply because I believe you could have got 25 points in this game, and that would have been the difference in this game. I believe Montes Buzelis is that damn good to help the Chicago Bulls when somebody drops off, when somebody has to miss a game. Montes Buzelis, the guy that wants to win most improved player, that wants to be graded on a scale of being all defensive NBA, I gotta say, be better, bro.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look at Nikola Vucevic.
Talk to me.
Nikola Vucevic. Yes, you dropped 17 points. Yes, you had 14 rebounds, but Nikola Vucevic, I seen Karl Anthony Towns smell his cootie cat 2 times with 2 fingers and put up a better game than you. Nikola Vucevic, when you have a guy down, Nikola Vucevic, I need you to step up to the plate. And then Cdub, lastly, be better, bro, goes to guys like Javon Carter.
Oh,
Be better,
shit.
bro.
Damn.
Catfish. Cdub did not disrespect you none tonight. He called you by your original government name, Javon Leroy Carter. You had an opportunity with Ayo Dosunmu not available for this game. You had an opportunity to go out there and score points. We seen you in the preseason put up points. We seen you in the preseason go ahead and do what you absolutely had to do. But off the bench, Javon Carter, Cdub, you would agree. 0 points, 2 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks, 0 rebounds. Goose eggs everywhere. Be better, bro. Cdub, how you feeling, gang?
Damn, nephew. Hold on, Joe. I feel like I gotta defend Javon Carter. Damn. He just played 12 minutes. He ain't played the entire season. Damn. And then Montes Buzelis. Okay, this is one of my favorite players, but I gotta take that criticism. That's fair. And Nick Vooch is fair. I'm gonna give you a B plus, just because I think you going a little too hard on Javon Carter.
Okay.
Just because of that. But a B plus though.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, bro. What's the Kevin Huerter at, bro? 7 points.
That's my next guy.
You only said 3, motherfucker.
I was only giving you 3. You give us 3 dubs from Cdub. I got to give you 3 be better, bro, from Bobby.
But you just did 3, motherfucker. You can't give me Kevin Huerter. 3. Yeah, you can't give me Kevin Huerter.
I wanted to put Kevin Huerter in there. But at the same time, these refs was on bullshit. Look, I don't need nobody else to agree with me. I just, like these refs was on BS.
Yeah, they were.
Jalen Brunson on a single possession. This is one play. This is one possession. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling. Jalen Brunson was probing. He pushed off. I believe it was Montes Buzelis.
It's Trey Jones.
Trey Jones. Yeah, Trey Jones. Excuse me. Trey Jones. He pushed off. And then he got in the painted area. He pushed off again. And then Trey Jones reached with his left hand to try to swipe at the ball. And it was a foul on Trey Jones. It just didn't work out for the Chicago Bulls. So I'm looking at that situation. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. But I look at situations for Javon Carter and I'm like, hey, bro. He was chucking them bitches all preseason. This man, Javon Carter, didn't care if it was 1 man on him, 3 men on him. He took the shot.
Damn, nephew, you got high expectations for Javon Carter, gang.
I don't know. We called him Javon Carter instead of Leroy or Catfish. You showed him respect and said, hey, this Javon Carter coming in the game. You ain't say this Catfish coming in the game.
Nope. He balled out in the preseason, bro. I gotta respect it, bro.
So bring me something.
Yeah.
Don't give me no point.
He only took 1 shot.
That's the problem.
Okay, I see. I see where you going now.
That's the problem. Go ahead and shoot that bitch.
Show motherfuckers where you coming from. You ain't been in the game yet. Let's see what you got. I see what you saying, nephew.
Shoot it.
Shoot that bitch.
At that point when he came in the game in the second half, we was down already. Shoot the bit.
Yeah.
What you got to lose, Leroy? Shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. That's it. That's how I was looking at it. That's just me. Maybe it's like I'm not gonna go out there and put the whole entire loss on you. Excuse me. I'm not gonna go out there and put the whole entire loss on Javon Carter. It's just that when you had an opportunity, you got to take advantage of the opportunity. It's the same thing as if Dalen Terry received those minutes. Dalen Terry, Julian Phillips. I need something.
Yeah.
Nobody was able to come in and provide energy. And you got to provide energy to a team that's lacking energy.
Yeah.
That's just how I felt about it.
Yeah, when it comes to that, like Dalen and Julian Phillips, and I look at this as a competition, like a low-key competition that's going to go on throughout the season. I think that none of them really did anything today. None of them. Dalen or Julian Phillips. Both of them got a little bit of player time. Dalen Terry went in there and bricked 2 layups, and Julian Phillips went out there and bricked the shots that he took. So
I agree with that. I think it's fair.
None of them brought nothing to the table.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and go overboard with it, but I think that when you have an opportunity to go in the game and provide your team with some energy and you don't receive much tick, you as Javon Carter, you as Dalen Terry, you as Julian Phillips have to go in and provide energy.
Yep.
That's just how I look at it. Like, I don't expect you to go out there and give us 20 points per game. But if you are a guy that is entering the game and you don't typically enter the game on a regular basis, when the coach says, give me Javon, give me Julian, give me Dalen, those three guys have to enter the game with energy, effort, and production.
Yeah.
I know it's not fair. I understand that. But that is the expectations for those three guys when they enter the game.
Yeah.
You believe
Yeah, I agree with you.
do you believe I'm being hyperbolic
No,
or
you're not being hyperbolic. That's exactly just in the nature of competition and you being a competitor within the team trying to get on the floor. You're battling for minutes. You're absolutely right. So you should expect that at the very minimum from those guys. You should expect that at the very minimum. So
yeah,
yeah, you're right.
because it's like with Dalen Terry. Me and you, we came in this offseason and we was like, hey, Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips, y'all have to separate from one another.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be the guy that steps up and separates themselves from the other guy?
Mm-hmm.
Right now is Julian Phillips, but in this particular game, Julian Phillips didn't do so well. So when Dalen Terry, you get in the game, we need you to not only bring energy, but take advantage of the opportunity to where you can get back to what was present or available to you in the second half of last season when Billy Donovan did not play Julian Phillips very much in favor of you, Dalen Terry.
Yeah.
That's just all I'm saying. And I think it's like we can't expect all the guys to go out there and be good every single night because NBA players have bad nights. But at the end of the day, when you have not seen the NBA floor and you get called up for opportunity, somebody has to show up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you gotta make the best of your opportunities. It's still not over. They're gonna get another chance next game. Let's just make sure they take this as a learning instance and become better from it. That's all.
I would agree with that, Cdub. And the next game is versus the 76ers, who are 5-1 with Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe.
Gonna be tough.
Going off so far this season. It will be tough. We got Ill Will in the building. I ain't even mad. We lost. Io wasn't out there. And hell, this might wake up the soul again for Tuesday. I would agree.
Yeah, humbling loss. Know that just shows you that you ain't invincible, motherfucker. You're not a god. You can lose.
And I want to see what team shows up on Tuesday night. Steely in the building said we still got the best live caller in Cdub and the season is still young. Get well soon, Io, because you were missed.
Absolutely right.
100%.
Appreciate that, big dog.
For sure. And I think that it's a very important game on Tuesday night because you play Tuesday night, C-Dub. So Tuesday night, you have the 76ers. Friday night, you have the Milwaukee Bucks. Saturday, you have the Cleveland Cavs. And then that following Monday, you have the Spurs. And then that Wednesday, a rematch versus the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, here we go. And that's our first back-to-back this week, too. So let's go.
It's definitely our first back-to-back on Friday and Saturday, and it's going to be a crucial moment for the Chicago Bulls. Look, right now you're 1-1 in the 6-game stretch that I mapped out on the daily episode for everyone, and I think that we're in a good position. But at the end of the day, those players have to go out there and play and put it on wax to see and show us what they're absolutely made of. So,
bro.
See.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good week to gauge where the Bulls was at. Can you bounce back from a loss like this? Can you play tough teams, 3 tough teams in a week? How do you do after that tough week? They already passed a lot of tests. Just on to the next test. It never stops. Come on, young boys. I know they could do it though. They're a good team, bro. I think they're gonna be in each and every game.
I agree with you because they was necessarily not out of this game. It's just that they
didn't have enough energy to get over the hump, bro. They just couldn't get over the hump.
Agree with you because the 76ers, they lost to the Boston Celtics 109-108 in a close one.
That's low scoring too.
But they did blow out the Brooklyn Nets. But that's the Brooklyn Nets.
That's that Brooklyn Nets shit. They
Yeah,
don't count for nothing. You
Those
might as
guys
well go play a college team. Shit.
on the real. But hey, that is it from us tonight, y'all, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Cdub, you guys, anything left?
No dubs in the chat today. On to the next one. That's it. On to the next.
We on to the next one. Y'all heard the Be Better, bro, from Bobby. We
Oh,
talked
bro,
about,
bring that back.
Matsubu Zealous. We heard from Nikola Vucevic, and I talked about Javon Carter. That was my Be Better, bro. And those guys have to be better. That's just my personal opinion to help this team go out there and get the victory. And then we got Steely E said gets some much deserved rest. Bro,
Yes.
you already know, Steely, you've been rocking with us all day. We did the
All
Bears,
day.
we did the Bulls. Now it's busting. I'm with you, Ill Will. Josh Giddey did get a triple-double, and that was really, really good. But we needed somebody to go out there and support him. We need somebody to go out there and support him.
And that triple-double didn't lead to a win, so grain of salt.
It hurts. Yeah.
Grain of salt.
It hurts. It will be up there for his all-star campaign, though. Ain't gonna hold you now.
Oh, bro. Yeah. Damn. Hell yeah. That goes on the resume, bro. That goes on the resume.
Go ahead and get you another one on Tuesday night. But hey, that is it from us, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. Before y'all get up out of here, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Our voicemail is open. So if you want to call in, be a part of an episode, go ahead, call in, state your name, and give us your take. Make sure it's clean. There's some people that's called in and it has not necessarily been clean enough to where we can play it over the airwaves. The number to do so is 773-242-9219. And it's also in the description. So tune in. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always see red. Shout out to our members. Y'all see y'all name on that blue box down below. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always see red. And y'all already know. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace out, y'all. Catch y'all on Tuesday night.
That's right.
Cognac. Gang.